Hello, everybody. We are here. It is Thursday at a new time. Oh, here I am. Just gotta get this going. Okay. Live. That went quick. All right. So I am Toni Tesler, ToniStamps. That is me, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I am changing a few things around today. You may have noticed I don't have my pre-printed thing. Instead, I'm going to update my, hey Sharon, I'm going to update the description section under, like, up in the top corner. I don't know how it looks on whatever device you're using, but in Facebook it'll be like up in the right corner, and I have the title and I'll have the code there, and I'll update later with like a link to the website. If you're watching on YouTube, that will also be in the description section. So I am changing that up because I thought it was just a little busy. Hey, Vicky, with having all this printed, and I like a bigger piece of scratch paper. Anyway, so welcome. Today is my first Thursday back at 8 o'clock. I know when I started doing these videos last year, I was doing them at night, and then I had to switch to night shift. So we're back on it. I'm back to day shift this week, and I don't like it, but it is what it is. So this will be my new time, 8 o'clock at night. And again, you know, if people can't watch, you can catch it on YouTube later. So let's get into it. This is my August workshop, but let's show a few things. So I've got a couple of cards to show you. The first one, this is one I just made the other day, and I posted it to my blog, I think yesterday. Hey, Sean. I had these bees that I've been wanting to use, but this card started because I had these leftover bits from the ephemera kit. So when you pull these labels off, one of them is shaped like a honeycomb. And so I had a bunch of those left, and I wanted to do something with them. So let me flip this over. So it was this piece right here that was inside. Actually, let's just pull this right out, and I can fix this later. So see how it's got these little points? So all I did was go in here and cut them right off. And I was just eyeballing, like, to go boop right there. And then it's easier for me to flip it because I'm bringing my scissors in from the right. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. Just cut this little snip, snip, snip that off. And then we have a better hexagon or honeycomb shape. So I had these little ones. I actually have one more, and I thought I have an embossing folder somewhere. This is an old Stampin' Up! Embossing folder for honeycombs. So it worked perfectly. I embossed the white background and these gold bits. Then I traced one of these onto white paper and like trace it with a pencil and cut it so I could stamp that. So then it's all, you know, matchy-matchy, same shape and size. And then this is direct to paper. So, hey Terry, I got an ink cube. The Bumblebee was in, I think, 2 paper pumpkin kits ago. It was Bumblebee and Evening Evergreen. So I just took that ink spot and rub it right over the raised up bits. And I love it. And then just glue on some of these bee charms, or bee, whatever they're called. So I had fun with that. Let me make a pile. And then I got this lovely card. I love the pink and the gray. I got this from Pam. And this tree stamp with the dots. I love it. With the heart cut out. A thinking of you card. I really appreciate it. I love it. And I mean, I like pink. So that's awesome. Thanks, Pam. And then I got a swap or an extra swap card from my friend Rose out in California. And Rose always dolls up the inside of her swaps. This is from the new holiday catalog. So that brings me to our catalogs. So these have hit the streets. Everyone should have them. It's online, so you can definitely, you know, start looking at them there. $50 items and $100 items in here. So all I can say is, you know, pace yourself. Like, you have 2 months of celebration. So you don't have to, hey Penny, you don't have to get everything all at once, but just, you know, keep your list going and stretch it out. So I have posted in my email Normally on my workshops, I'll do $50 order and then you get a free gift. So still doing that. This month, our free gift is this evening evergreen ribbon. This is with the $50 order. Now, hey, Rose. Yeah, see, you did catch me for your lovely card. That's awesome. So evening evergreen, we're going to use this in the workshop tonight. This is with a $50 order. If you place a $100 order, you're going to get your choice of one of the hostess only sets. And I just got this one, the Seasons of Fun, because it is so cute. I love it. So I wanted to give everybody a chance to get one of these. It's either Seasons of Fun or Amaryllis Bloom. So you can pick one of these with your $100 order. And I'm doing this only during celebration because some of the items in the celebration catalog are those $100 items. So I want you to get, something a little bit extra, like the dies that I was, Delicate Dahlias, that's a $100 item, and the Summer Shadow dies, those are a $100 item. So I want to give you a little something extra, but it is not cumulative, so it's one or the other. So, if you place a $150 order, you're not going to get any of these freebies anyway, because you're going to pick your own freebies, and you can pick this, you can pick this, you can pick whatever you want. You're still going to get the make and take kit, and I think that's the important part too. So if that doesn't make sense, just let me know. But I've updated my blog. I've got a page under there called Workshop of the Month, and that's got details and pictures and all that. So I'm happy to do that in August and September. Now, along with that, there is a special celebration host set that you can only earn this if you have a party, and it is $300. Well, I have one, and I'm going to be giving it away. So everyone who places an online order of any amount, as long as you place it with me online yourself, then you're going to get put into a drawing, and I'm going to do that on, I'll do it on September 1st. So you have until August 31st to place your order, and everybody's name will go on a wheel, and I'll spin it. It'll be random. But I have another one coming too, so I'm going to do the same thing again in September. Okay? So, this one is really, you got to have a party to get it. So, or have a qualifying order, $300. So, August and September, extra freebie. And then I have a couple other things I'm going to show you later. Let me make I always make piles. Okay, let's get into it. Actually, I need a sip of water. All this talking. So last week I mentioned I wanted to do everything with trees for my August workshop. And the more I thought about it over the weekend, I thought, I only want to use one set of trees because I haven't used this enough. The Beauty of Friendship. This has been my absolute favorite set from the new catalog. So I want to use this because really for the projects that I'm making, you can use any tree set that you have. So I don't want you to get caught up on, oh, I don't have this. It'll be fine, and you'll see. So this is what we're using, Beauty of Friendship. And like I said, our freebie is the Evening Evergreen ribbon. This is kind of thick, so it's, I think, 3/8 inch wide. But it's thicker than I expected. Like, I wouldn't want to tie a bow on for a front of a card here because I think it will just be too bulky. But it's going to be great for tags and for, like, wrapping boxes, And we are going to use it on some cards. All right, first card, all die cuts. We're using the dies. This is soft suede. Already cut that out. Then we're using the Beauty of the Season, the designer series paper. Okay, and this will be pre-cut too. This is cut out of Evening Evergreen, and then I embossed it with the new. I'm having a brain fart. We had Old World before, and now this one is, I can't remember. But this will be embossed. You don't have to use this. It's up to you. So we're going to layer those. You're going to have Evening Evergreen, 5.5 by 8.5. Fold it in half, and let me give this a good press. Now, Evening Evergreen is not one of the colors in the Beauty papers. It's actually Mossy Meadow and where's the other green? Old Olive and Mossy Meadow. But it goes good enough. I like it, so that's what we're using. And greens are kind of neutral. You can always switch them around. So don't worry about, that it has to be like perfect. Okay, and I can tell right now that I forgot my tag piece. So I'm going to have to get a scrap of white and punch something out. I don't like that when something doesn't go right from the start. All right, let me reach over here and get a piece of white. Okay, just something, little scrap. I thought I had some things die cut, but all right, anyway. So evening evergreen background, and then we've got, I want to say this was Daffodil Delight. Maybe it was Bumblebee. I'm going to have to double check. Daffodil Delight, yeah, okay, checking my notes. And I ran this through with the macrame folder, not because it has anything to do with trees, but just because I like it, and I wanted to use it. And, our background doesn't really have to match. So I'm just going to glue this on. Boop. And then we're going to build our tree. Boop. And I'm probably going to have to cut my the bottom of my tree off a little bit. So here's where you can decide, like, do you want just the die cut part hanging up? And in that case, you're going to have to like scooch this up a little bit. So maybe like here, so you can still see the branches. I like that. But if you want, you can also add this piece, double layer it, and then put this on top. I mean, I like them both, but I am kind of leaning towards without. So I think that's what I'm going to do for this. But first I want to get a little strip of this ribbon down. And all I'm going to do is, man, I got glue on my fingers. I want to run this like right here, right across, like about there. So I want a strong adhesive. I'm going to use the Fast Fuse just because I still have a ton of it. I wouldn't really use glue here because the glue is going to seep through. Actually, I want to cut this off. But if you had sticky strip or the tear and tape, that would work too. All right, but Fast Fuse, I'm going to use it until I don't have any more. That's all there is to it. All right, now for attaching the tree here, let's build our tree. I am just going to put a little bit of glue. You know what? I should use my new glue, shouldn't I? Because this is detailed. So this brings me to another thing. I got both of these and I got the tips on them last week. I got the Art Glitter and the Barely Art. I did find the Barely Art, it seems to come out faster and like it's more liquidy, but they dry just the same. I can't remember who said that it dries clear on vellum, and my experiments determined that is not true. So this was vellum on a piece of old foil, silver foil that we used to have. It's white backwards. So Barely Art and then the Art Glitter. You can both see it. I mean, you can see there's just no hiding that. So I don't know that I'm going to really use it a lot for vellum. And this was just, like I squirted a whole big thing, like, and then just for my test. The Art Glitter, it did wrinkle up the vellum more. Like, I guess it was more wet, and this was kind of like lumpy for a little bit, whereas the Barely Art stayed flatter. There is some lumps here, but at least as far as vellum, those tests are going in the garbage. But I still like it for the detailed stuff. So I'll pull my pin out. Now, it says on the thing that you should put the cap back on if you're not using this on the regular. So I've had this with this pin in it for a week now, and it's been fine. So I want to know what you guys think. Like, do you always just keep your pin in it? Because I don't think, it's not like I use it every day. But, all right, so I'm just going to have to guess where I want to put this glue. That's probably where it would be better to use that green background. But we're just going to wing it here. I just want a little bit just to hold this in place. I think that's good enough. Hey, Julie. All right, now let me flip this upside down and see if it's holding. Yep, it's holding. All right, so now I'm just going to take and put more glue on the back of the tree and the branches. So I'll catch everything. And I could have put dimensionals behind this, so if you want to pop yours up, you feel free. Go right ahead. That would probably be nicer, actually. But too late for me now. This is going down like it is. All right, just a little bit of glue, and then I am going to have to cut the bottom off because it's just not going to, it's not going to fit on the, I want it like right here. And boop. All right, so I think I need a little bit of glue right here. And then hold that. I will agree that when you get it on your hands, it's not nearly as sticky and not like this stuff where it's like once it gets on your hands, you're screwed. It's not like that at all. Like I just got a little bit on my finger and it rubs right off. So I do like that. So Sharon, yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and read the comments. Try and unvellum with regular cardstock and anything will show with foil. Yeah, I guess you're right. Okay. All right, now for our greeting. I had wanted, let me just double check my, yeah, I could have sworn I cut out both pieces of the labels. Let me see if I can find this because I could have sworn I did that. Because I wanted to give you an option. There's two labels that come with these dies. Nope. All right, you know what? Let's just recut them because I do have them right here because that's really what I wanted. All right. So with these dies, we have this label and this one. And then you can pick which grading you want. So let's get the cut plates. And you know, I'm still going to wonder what happened to the ones that I did die cut. Now, when you use these dies, there is a good side and a bad side. I wouldn't say a bad side. There's a top and a bottom. All right, let me put these back on my magnet sheet. So when you cut them, you can definitely see a raised edge. Let me bring this as close as I can. There is a raised edge all around it on both of them on these labels. The back side does not have that. And in fact, the back side, it just looks bad because that's like from the cut side of my plates. So you can tell which is up and which is down for sure. All right, now I want my boop, boop, boop. I'm going to use Early Espresso ink, and I am going to use I want the thinking of you. So I'm going to get the long one. And my block. I'm just going to get this block. Now, little skinny stamps like this, they would fit on this block. This is the G. I don't always care to use these ones that it just barely fits on here because I don't feel like I can see it. I want to see the clear, I want to see the whole paper through. Like this, I can't see the edges of my paper, you know, because the edge of the block is in the way. So I don't really trust that I'm getting in the center. So I want a block that's going to completely cover that. So then I can see where I'm going. So this, it has its uses, but not for me in this case. All right, so I do need to drag this a little bit closer to me. See, and now I can just see that whole tag. Nice. All right, now I am going to pop this up. And again, I did not wet my chamois. So let's see which one of these is, that is alcohol. All right, so this pink one must be water. Yep, okay. You'd think I could make use of the label maker that I have. All right, so I'm just getting this wet, just enough so I can clean my stamps. All right. And bring our card back. Now I'm going to put little mini dimensionals behind this. And then I'm going to finish this with some, I was going to use champagne rhinestones. Only because I haven't used those in a long time and I like to give them, all my accessories, an opportunity to get used. Gilded gems is another favorite that I haven't used in a while, but I think I'm going to use those on another card. So let's just peel these up. I really love these papers. So see, if you don't have this set, all you need for this card is this greeting, or any greeting that's going to fit in here. All right, let's get that down. And let's get our champagne rhinestones. Hey, Sue. Are you glad to be home? All right, and I'm going to use one of each. Let's use a big one and a medium one. And I'm going to put these ones in the trees, but you could put yours wherever you want. Okay, or the tree singular. Yes, yeah, I'm sure it was great to visit, but it's always good to get back home too. Okay, so that is our first card, and actually let me put my, like I said, you'll have this piece if you want to use it. I did not want to use it. You will also have a piece of white 4 by 5 1/4 to go on the inside. So let's just put that in now. So I can actually use this. And again, this was Evening Evergreen and Daffodil Delight. But I think with this, any green, any yellow would have worked. And you get an envelope too for your make and take kit. Okay, so that is number 1. Now card number 2. Now this one, I saw the idea from someone else, and we're just going to change it up a little bit. Oh, look, here are the 2 labels that I cut. Ugh. Jeez. Cheese and rice. All right, so for this one, we're starting with a thick white base, and again, 5.5 by 8.5. Score it in half at 4 1/4. All right, then I've got a piece of, all right, white envelope and the labels. White envelope. You've got a piece again with the thick white, and this is, I believe, 3 3/4 by 5.5. 3 3/4, yep, by 5.5. And I already embossed this with the Tasteful Textiles dies. All right, so this is going to sit up like this. Then we have a piece of this Designer Series paper pattern. Actually, let me just put my pin in. I know you guys say I don't have to put the pin in right away, but I'll forget. And this is just going to peek out from the bottom. And I do want to rip that a little bit. I want a ripped edge. So I'm ripping towards me so I get that white edge. All right, and we're gonna go, it's gonna go kind of like this. All right, so we're gonna stamp directly on this. Now, even though it's already embossed, when you stamp on it, it's going to be, like it's not gonna get a complete crisp image, but that's the look that I'm going for because I want it kind of like to look watercolory. So we need the tree, this one, and then our two, we're going to do some two-step stamping with this. So I like that this is two-step and distinctive. So it makes that, you know, 3D look just from the stamp itself. That is, I just think that's really cool. All right, so we are going to use, we need some blocks, don't we? Mm-hmm. Yep. Put that one at a diagonal, and this one, and this one. So the one that is more filled in, this is, we want to use this with our lighter color. So let me bring this back in. So we want to do lighter color and then accent it over top with a darker color. All right. And I'm going to do the trees. So I'm going to do 3 trees, and I'm starting in the middle with, I'm going to go with crumb cake. Oh, and my video says that it ended. Hold please. So my phone still says I'm live. So let me just find, let me refresh my page here. Crisis averted. All right, so let's do, and I'm just eyeballing to go in the middle. And then on each side. Okay. Now see how this one, you know, didn't quite get over everything? That's fine. That's kind of what I want anyway. So that was crumb cake. And I really do need more water on my chamois right now. So I want to use more of the fall colors. All right, I think that is good enough. So let's start with yellows. I wanted Bumblebee, and I'm going to go with Crushed Curry, but they are very close together. So let's get that scrap of white and just stamp it first, just so we see. So we got Bumblebee, which I think is going to be the lighter one. So I want Bumblebee for my base, and then our accent will be in the Crushed Curry. Yes, that is what I want. Okay, so Crushed Curry is darker. Actually, let's just stamp them next to each other so we can really tell. How about that? Bumblebee, Crushed Curry. Now, I did re-ink all my pads a couple months ago, and some of them are still like extra juicy, so maybe yours aren't exactly like this, but I like that. All right, so let's bring in, I want that one. So I'm gonna do like a red, a brown, and the yellow. So I think I want the yellow, I think I want that one on the middle. All right, so let's ink up our Bumblebee and then our Crushed Curry, and we'll go right on top. Ooh, 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 I love it. Very fall-y. Fall-y's my favorite. All right, let me put these away and give these a little clean. Now for the red, I'm going to use Real Red and Mary Merlot. And the Mary Merlot is the darker one. So I should keep these in the same area. So I've got my accent, so darker and lighter. So Real Red, that is from the brights, and then Mary Merlot, that'll be a dark one. So Real Red. Look at that. That is very dark and juicy. All right, cleaning it as I go. It's a Real Red. And come back in with the Mary Merlot top piece. And see, yeah, that's nice. That's a little bit darker, like the wine. Ooh, I like it. So when I don't make the cards ahead of time, when I just like draw them out on my paper, it's always fun for me too to see how they're gonna end up. All right, and then the next ones I wanted to do more brown. So I want cinnamon cider, and that's gonna be our lighter. And then I think early espresso. And I might do this as a test. I'm definitely using cinnamon cider for the base piece. Ooh, I love it. Can't stand it. All right, so cinnamon cider. Let's just do one here and one here for test. And then our accent, I was thinking early espresso. So let's test it out here. I like that. I do like that. My other option for brown would be Cajun Craze, maybe, because the cinnamon cider is kind of like a little orangey. So yeah, let's see how Cajun will go. Ooh, I kind of like that better. Okay, and then we're gonna save the espresso for the words. Yeah, okay, I convinced myself. So this was cinnamon cider and early espresso, and then cinnamon cider and Cajun Craze. So that's what we're going to use. I like it. So Cajun Craze. And I like these two steps that, these ones you don't have to be exact, because who has time for that? We don't need to be exact. Good enough for a person, right? All right, so let's give these a little clean. And of course, you know, photopolymer, some of these colors are going to stain your stamps, like the reds and the orange, but that's okay. It just means they're being used. All right, now I think I'm gonna just leave those here. Oof, so I love it. All right, so this is just gonna get glued on. I just want a little bit of this peeking out. I just wanted it peeking out the bottom, and then I am gonna pop this up on the top. And I'm not using any of the ribbon on here because I didn't use any green. Yeah, I like that. So let's glue this right on. Keep that pin. And I just need a little bit of this hanging out. And it looks like I'm gonna have to trim just a smidge off the side here. Could have sworn that was 5.5. Ooh, I love it. I think this is what I wanted to add the gilded gems to, because yeah, more goldish looking. All right. Again, I think I want the greeting here in early espresso. So I did want to use, let's use this little one, because again, you're going to get two. You're going to get both of these die cut. So this I can put, what can we fit in here? I Believe in You. That will fit. You Truly Inspire Me. That doesn't quite fit. That needs to be a little bit bigger. We can also do thank you. Actually, let's do thank you. Why not? And you can always leave this blank, you know, until you decide what kind of card you need. And I do that sometimes. I will leave them blank. All right, early espresso. And then when I, you know, depending on what I need, then I'll just go paw through all my finished cards and get one that I want and just add the greeting. Because sometimes I make cards and like if I'll make it a thinking of you and then I really want it for birthday. So you don't always just have to put the greeting on. All right, thank you. Now I'm going to use some of my contraband foam tape just to get this on pretty quickly. That's a good size too, or side. That's the thing with the designer series paper. They always make them so pretty and such great colors that they put together. All right, and one more piece down here. I think this one's going to be my favorite card. Just saying. Yeah, Rose, these are very fall-y. I love it. All right. So again, the white card base. Now, I originally thought I might do this in vanilla, but the designer series paper, it's got white in it. If it had had vanilla, I would have gone vanilla. Oh, you know what? This is where I need to add a little bit of glue to my foam too, so I can have some wiggle room. Because this foam is, once it's down, it's down. There's no take backs. So I need to drag it closer to me a little bit. And this is going to go like close to the top. Okay, good, good, good. What is that? Oh, red ink. All right, now let's get our gilded gems. Oh, I hope I ordered more of these. Why doesn't this one open? Yeah, I didn't realize I was this low. Oh, okay, they're hiding. Shoo! All right, let's do medium one. This is going to go here. And I am not going to pop this up because it's already popped up. That whole front piece is already popped up. So I do want it to fit in the envelope, and that would be just a little tight. All right, does that look straight? Straightish, yep. All right, let's do a one here and then two small ones. I like that there are 3 sizes in here. And I'm going to put that one there. And I think there. Yeah. I love it. Okay, so that is fall. And again, with these trees, like we have so many seasonal options. Summer, spring, Toni's favorite, fall. All right, that was card number 2. I need a little sip of water. Sharon, I did not get my phone tape at the Dollar Tree. I have to go. I haven't been to the Dollar Tree in so long. I think I got it off either Amazon or scrapbook.com. It was a 3-pack of, like, they were pretty big rolls. But I will definitely look. I will check that out. All right, where's my pile? There we go. So, card number 3, we're going to do some embossing. So this, I'm thinking of this one as more of a winter card. Boop, boop, boop. And then you can sneak peek, that's our last one. Springy colors. So this, I'm still on the Evening Evergreen kick. Again, because of our ribbon, that's our freebie for this month. So this time I did use vanilla, and I paired it with, I think, Pear Pizzazz. Yep. So we've got Evening Evergreen, 5.5 by 8.5. You're not ready for fall. Terry, I could be happy, well, I would be happy with fall all year round. It is my absolute favorite. I suffer through summer just so I can get to fall. Fall and winter are my favorite. I don't like to sweat, and I like the smells and the colors of fall. Where did my tape go? All right, so we've got a 4 by 5.25 piece of vanilla, and that's for the inside. I'm just going to go ahead and put that in right now. And then I've got the same size, 4 by 5.25 of Pear Pizzazz. And then this one, oh, something is not cut right. So my Evening Evergreen, oh, first of all, that's got to be right there. So I embossed it with the Evergreen Forest folder. And this should have been, let me get my cutter. It should have been like 1/8 of an inch lower than 4.25. So 4, oh, that's why. All right, so 5.25, so I want that to be 5 1/8. And then 4, so minus 1/8, 3 7/8. And let me double check that this was cut right. All right, so 4 by 5.25, and then 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Now before I attach this here, I want to do some gold embossing. All right, so I got, remember my gold embossing powder was kind of jacked up, and I had ordered the new one. Well, in the new catalog, it only comes as a 3-pack. So it comes gold, silver, and copper all together. So I got it. So we're going to see how it goes. But I still do have the Gilded Sparkle from Brutus Monroe. That is really my favorite. All right, so let's do some embossing, buddy. I don't want it everywhere. What I'm going to try to do is I'm dragging my Versamark pad over the raised bits. So I just want a little bit, and if it goes sideways, like if it ends up on the sides, I'm not going to be too concerned about that. So I'm just dragging it, and I do want some right there in the middle. All right, now we're going to see what we get. So I just drug it across to pick it up off of the raised bits. And then we'll see what we get. That is a lot more than I expected. Let me shake some of that off. All right, so I'm gonna have to get in here because I do want some of this green background. I don't want the whole thing covered. So that was a little excessive, but actually I'm happy with all this coverage. So I really did get the raised up bits. All right, now let's see how gold this new gold embossing powder is. I hope it's pretty. Fingers crossed. All right, now I did leave a greeting off of this on purpose because I thought you guys could just, this would be one that, you know, you could make it a holiday card, you could make it a birthday, a sympathy, thinking of you, whatever. Just because it's green doesn't mean it's Christmas. All right, embossing gun heating up. Okay, I love the gold. So it's not sparkly like my Brutus Monroe, but it is very shiny and metallic-y. And that was probably, I mean, I put probably a lot on there. I think I need to hit that a little bit more. But all right, I am happy with this. that is good. I hope I didn't scorch that. Very pretty. Let me get that to the side so you guys can see. Oh, I think I did scorch that. All right, whoopsie. It's always something. All right, I wanted to die cut some trees for this. So I wanted to put one of these trees on here. So let me get rid of this. So you're going to need a scrap of vanilla that will be in your kit, since I'll probably give you a quarter sheet, but I'm just going to rip mine for now, because a quarter sheet will give you enough to get probably 2 trees, but I really just want 1, because I still want the focal point to be this, all of this. I love it. And actually, let me just glue this on right now. That is a happy surprise. I didn't think it was going to be that gold. So, yay. All right, that glue is gone. So remember, I still have about 20 of these. And I do like them for, gluing the backgrounds like this. So I'm not going to get rid of them. It's okay to have 3 different kinds of glue. All right. Just glue this on and wiggle it around a little bit and press down. Let me push it this way. I do like that with these others, you can put the glue, oh, look at that. It made a little air bubble. You can put the glue like right up to the edge and it doesn't squish out. So I really do like that. Let me put this in. That's cute how it makes that little air bubble. All right. All right, so this is how this is going to go. We're going to have a little piece of ribbon here, and then we're going to have a tree stamped and cut and popped up there. All right, so let's get rid of that. And we want our bigger trees. And again, this is a 2-step, and I'm going to use the Pear Pizzazz and the Evening Evergreen. So everything is same colors. And man, I haven't used this many blocks in a long time. Is this gonna fit? Okay, so the lighter color is the one with more coverage. So that's gonna be our Pear Pizzazz. Very squishy. See, I love that 2-tone. This distinctive set is one that I am very happy with. Some of the other ones, I just like, didn't quite make the mark. But this one, I love it, because even just this on its own has enough 2-tone of the detail that you could just stamp that and be good, you know? All right, and now we'll add the Evening Evergreen. Ooh, I like that already. And just kind of getting it kind of over top. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. All right, and now let's die cut that. And actually, let me give this a little swipe. Swipey, swipey. And you could change this to fall colors too, you know? All right, our cut plates. And then actually, once we get done our 4th project, I had a couple other sets of, where's my other pile? I had 2 other things that I wanted to show you. One is, so next week will be I'll be getting back to the class. I didn't do my monthly class last month in July just because I didn't have time. But I am going to do it this month. and I've got something really fun planned. So we'll talk more about that. So where's this die? Here we go, right here. All right, I want this. I'm going to get a little Post-it note. Doesn't look like my comments are refreshing. So we're back to that business with the comments not showing. Ugh. Frustrating. All right, let's put that there. A die, and then we've got our tree. Ooh, I love this. So, like I said, you're going to get a quarter sheet of the vanilla, and that's going to give you plenty left to cut whatever greeting you want out of it too. Stamp and cut. I think I need more glue under there. All right, now this one I had planned to staple it, and I'm going to hide the staples right under where the tree's going to go. All right, so we're going to just hold this in place. And I'm just going to go in as far as I can. There we go, just like that. All right, and boop, putting that right there. Now, if you didn't like this vanilla edge, you could come in with your ink blending and maybe, you know what, let's just do it. Why not? I can fill that in with some of the pear. I don't know that I would want to do the evergreen, just because I think that might just be a little bit too dark. So let's come in with some pear. And if I decide this is not dark enough, I can always go back with the evergreen. So if you have not gotten these brushes yet, they are still on back order. I don't know if they ever came in and then they ran out again. I'm not really sure. But I only got a couple of sets at the beginning. So you don't need 48 of these. You just need, I mean, I have 10, and that's more than enough. And 2 of them I haven't even used. All right, I like it. Maybe a little bit darker right over here. Okay. Sweet. All right, let's glue this on. I really am very happy with that gold. I was hesitant, and I didn't want to get my hopes up. So that is definitely a happy surprise. All right, and I am liking the Pear Pizzazz and the Evening Evergreen together. And we are going to pop that tree up. So let me just hold this here for a minute. Thanks, Julie. Okay, so maybe my comments are showing. All right, and let's get some dimensionals. Regular. And then my last card is kind of a spring. So I tried to hit somewhat all 4 seasons to give you a variety. But I love, love, love this tree set. I feel bad covering up so much of this gold, but it's got to be done. All right. I like it. And now we definitely need some gold. I want to... Excuse me. Very vanilla. I feel like I had to burp there. Let me bring back those... where did my gilded gems go? Because this really needs gold. Something gold, like boop, 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 right here. Where did I put them? Oh, or maybe those. Yeah. Gold metallic pearls. So this was like two packets shoved together because I use the gold ones more than I use the silver ones. All right, and then I'm just going to put these on here. I know this kind of like reminds you of ornaments, and I said this doesn't have to be Christmas, but I'm doing it. I'm going to put one right here. Nope, way down here. Now I gotta move this one. Okay, I like that. So you could leave the gold off if you want, the metallic pearls, but ooh, I really like that. Okay, and then vanilla envelope and garbage. All right, let's put this in the pile, and one more. Let me just get rid of this. And I need another sip of water. It's weird not having coffee with you guys. All right, so now we're getting to the spring color. So this is Flirty Flamingo, and I want to say Petal Pink. Yep. So we've got Flirty Flamingo card base, 5.5 by 8.5. And I realize that is like my preferred card base size. I very rarely do the tall ones. I know I should probably do both, you know, just for you guys, but this is my go-to. Like the other one would be 4.25 by 11 and then fold that in half. That's just not my favorite, but that's me. All right, so white 4 by 5.25 for the inside. So let's just go ahead and put that in. And we are coming up on 9 o'clock, so we are almost finished. All right, and then our next layer, this is one of my favorite new dyes. I just started using it maybe a week or two ago. This is the Stitched Greenery. So I had used it on my Shimmer Vellum cards, and I love it. So this is Petal Pink, and again, this is 4 by 5.25. So, trying to think. This is for a greeting. So we're going to stamp our little tree here. Now this piece, Designer Series paper, this is 1.5 by 5.25. And this is from the Hostess pack. It's called Pattern Party, I think. It's a big pack. It's like $18, 48 sheets. So I like it, but everything is black and white on one side. And then the other side is colors. So let's add this, and we're just going to use this glue, the Bearly Art. Oh, and now I can show you. Yeah, I can get it right up to the edge, and it's not really going to squish out. So I do like that. Let me turn this to the side. So I want just a little bit of this Petal Pink hanging out right here. So see, nothing squishes out. That's cool. I love it. All right, and then I'm just going to glue this on. All right. So we're gluing this on flat. All right. And this does have the quick grab, which you guys told me about. I like it. All right, and then we're going to have our little piece here. Boop. And we're going to use this one again. So I'm going to go with... So our tree is going to be the Flirty Flamingo and Petal Pink. We're using this bushy tree. But for the this one, I think I'm going to use Crumb Cake. I hadn't really made that decision yet. Crumb Cake, Gray Granite, Sahara Sand. I think Crumb Cake. I don't want anything too dark because I want those pinks to come through. All right, so I'm just going to go like right there, right in the middle. That is still a little dark, isn't it? We're going to go with it. All right, let me pull these. Keep Flirty Flamingo and Petal Pink. All right, so we're going to go. Flirty will be the bottom, the more filled in. I mean, Petal Pink. Our lighter color goes down first. All right, let's put that down. I like it. And then we'll do flirty for the top layer. And I realized I must have been using a lot of Flirty Flamingo paper because I only have like 4 sheets left, and that just doesn't happen. All right. Oh, I like that. And this is going to lighten up. Remember, I've re-inked mine and my pads are really juicy. I might not take the pictures until tomorrow, just so we can really see that, yes, that's lightening up. Oh, look at that. Is that supposed to squish out like that? I don't like that. I'm gonna have to clean that off. All right, and then just gluing this on. And again, I didn't put a greeting on this one because I thought you could just add, you know, if you want this to be birthday, we are gonna pop this up, but we could just have the greeting over here, or you could stamp right on here. You know, this could be hello, or, you know, the thinking of you. But I just wanted to leave it blank. All right. And let's pop these up with our regular dimensionals. And one more in the middle. Oops, I grabbed 2. That's fine. So you may notice sometimes I use the dimensional, sometimes I use the foam tape. It's willy-nilly. I mix it up. Yeah, Kathy, I love the paper colors. This is from that pattern party or party pattern. Very sherbety. All right, I want this to go like, I didn't really want it in the middle. I want it like down here, like off to the side. Nice. All right, and I do want a few little doodads. Where did my... I wanted those sequins from the ephemera kit. And I know I put that somewhere. Yep, over here. Here we go. So from the ephemera, Expressions in Ink ephemera kit, which is back in stock now. They had run out. But see how they're like pink and yellow and, you know, iridescent? I like it. So they're going to go nicely. I'm just going to put one right there. And 2 more. 1, 2. Okay, so that is that. A nice springy card. And I would probably do the greeting in either one of these blues or greens, like right down here. Whether you stamp on it directly, or if you just stamp a little piece and cut a rectangle out, or like this size, you know, have it like that. That would work too. You know what? Why don't we just do that? I wasn't going to, but that makes more sense, doesn't it? All right, so these greens are, I think we've got Bermuda Bay, Coastal Cabana. Let's go with Just Jade. Let's see how that looks. Hey, Molly, Vicky, whichever you're going by. I do like that. All right, so Just Jade. Thinking of you. Bermuda Bay would have looked good. We needed something darker to stand out. You know, one of these darker colors. So, yeah, I like that. Okay, fine. Let's glue this on. And it's just going to hang off the edge. Let me see if I can fit one dimensional on the end there, so it's at least like the same height. Okay. Oh, it's hanging off the side a little bit. That's annoying. All right, there we go. Good enough. Thinking of you. Yes. All right, I love it. So let's get rid of this. So again, yeah, that's cool. I rolled that right off in the trash and it's good. It's not like super sticky. There we go. Found the pen. All right, let's get this in there. Move all this. Okay, so this is my August workshop. We're using the Beauty of Friendship. Let me get everything back in here. But before you go, I want to, so we had 2 landscapes and 2 portraits. I do like that. Yeah, this one's my favorite. For sure. This is a close second. I mean, I like them all for real, but I gotta lean towards that one. That is definitely it. Okay. So 2 things I wanted to show you. Monday and Tuesday, I'm still going to do my class, my monthly class. It'll do like half of it on Monday night and the other half on Tuesday night. I am going to be using delicate dahlias, but the projects that I've got planned, you can use any flower set that is similar. I was torn between, since it's August and I'm in Maryland, I wanted something with sunflowers, but I don't have the sunflower bundle. So this looked close enough to a sunflower for me. So I'm going to be using this for my class next week. And then the other thing I wanted to show you real quick was you don't have to keep your stamps mounted like they come. All right, so let me get these out of the way. And what I mean by this is I don't always want this piece of wheat on my sending thanks. Like I want to be able to use that separately. Okay. So I'm just going to cut it off. And this dove, I'm going to want peace on earth sometimes without the dove. So I don't want you to be shy about trimming your stamps off. All right. They don't have to stay the same shape that they came. All right. So the dove, I'm just going to go in here. Boop. And I like to trim my stamps like close to the words anyway. Like they're never trimmed good enough for me. So all this, I wouldn't stick the sticker on here anyway because it's big, but I will go back and trim all around these words. And then this dove, let's trim him down. He doesn't need the sticker as far as I'm concerned. I only really like the stickers on ones that are small that I may, that they may like come off the block, like not stick very well. This one has enough rubber though. It's good. The only one I may put the sticker on would be this little boo. Okay. So I'll clean that up later, but we separate the dove from the peace on earth. And then the other one I'm going to separate is the wheat from the sending thanks. Because I don't always want this to be a folly sending thanks. I love the font and the size of this. This reminds me of the Seriously Best, that set from last catalog, this font. I love it. And this Thinking of You, love it. I always want different Thinking of Yous. All right, so here we go. We're just cutting this wheat right off. Don't be afraid. Okay? And then I will trim up my words separately, and I will make this look better. And I get it very close because I don't like catching edges, because it seems like it always happens when you have everything else done on your project and the last thing that you're trying to get done, catch an edge, and then I feel like it ruins the whole thing. So I trim them. Look how close I got that. I'm not worried about wrecking it. Like I get just up to the images. So that's what I wanted to show you, was that you can always, do surgery on your stamps. And that's it. I will have my, I'll have YouTube updated and my blog updated probably Saturday. I don't know that I'm going to have time tomorrow. But I am looking forward to Monday and Tuesday for my class. So I will give you a hint. It is we're going to be making a little notebook, like something for your purse, and then some cards, and using this or any flower set that you have. And we're going to be using some of the black and white papers from the celebration, so it doesn't matter what color. You know, you can use any color you want. So I'm looking forward to it, and I think you will like it too. So thanks for being here, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.